For all the beach lovers around the world, on January 1st, 2023, an England-based travel website, worldbeachguide.com, released the lists of top 100 beaches on Earth 2023. All of the 100 beaches mentioned in their website are beautiful and amazing, but we will only include the top 10 beaches in this video. Without further ado, here are the top 10 beaches on Earth 2023 according to worldbeachguide.com. Let's see if your country is included in the lists. At number 10, Kelingking Beach, Indonesia. Kelingking Beach goes by several names including Secret Point Beach and more recently T-Rex Beach. Both these names refer to the dramatic headland which defines the beach's character. It is hard to say whether the T-Rex moniker is due to the headland looking like the claw or head of a Tyrannosaurus, but it seems to have stuck. The beach itself sits at the bottom of some extremely tall around 200 meters or 500 feet, white limestone cliffs. With plenty of vegetation, near white sand and almost iridescent blue sea, this beach is a tropical stunner. It should be noted that swimming here can be dangerous. The waves and currents are often extremely powerful, and if you're not a strong swimmer, don't risk it on all but the calmest of days. Number 9, Railay Beach, Thailand. Railay is a narrow peninsula that is cut off from the surrounding area by high limestone cliffs. Whilst these cliffs are very popular with climbers, it means that Railay is only accessible by a short boat ride from Aonang or Krabi. This should be seen as a blessing as it has protected the resort from the tourist frenzy in nearby locations such as Aonang. The other benefit is there are no cars in Railay, making it supremely child-friendly. It is on the western side of the peninsula that you will find Railay's finest beaches. The main beach is of fine white sand lapped by the gentle green waters of the Andaman Sea. Backed by a short promenade lined with cafes and shops, the beach is flanked by the huge limestone cliffs. Perhaps the best known of these cliffs is the Sleeping Indian. At sunset, when the cliffs are thrown into silhouette, the outline of these cliffs bear an uncanny resemblance to a 1-kilometer-long reclining Indian complete with feather and headdress. Number 8, Camps Bay, South Africa. Camps Bay is without doubt Cape Town's premier beach. Located in an upmarket suburb of this South African city, the beach here is as spectacular as it is popular. The palm-fringed stretch of white sand that make up Camps Bay sits between the towering Lion's Head and equally imposing 12 Apostles. This is the Atlantic coast, and the ocean here is both beautiful and powerful, sparkling and turquoise, often with strong waves. Camps Bay is a great family beach too, and has been consistently awarded the coveted Blue Flag Award over the years. People visit Camps Bay as much for the chic beach life as the natural splendor. This is where celebrities come to hang out with the body beautiful. Beach volleyball is a staple with the bronzed and buff beachgoers here. If you would prefer to keep your clothes on, then there are plenty of trendy cafes and bars along Victoria Road, the main drag that runs behind the beach. Best known of these is the Caprice Bar, ideal if you want to spot rock stars and supermodels. Number 7, on Source Dargent Beach, East Africa. Located in the north of La Diga Island is on Source Dargent Beach, a little slice of tropical paradise. Powdery white sand is offset by towering granite boulders worn smooth by the passage of time. Palm trees sway gently in the breeze and the water is clear and blue. Protected by an offshore coral reef, the sea here is always calm, making it ideal for swimming. This makes on Source Dargent is a great beach for kids who love exploring the craggy boulders too. Number 6, Anakena, Chile. Anakena is home to a set of moai. These are the huge carved stone figureheads that Easter Island is famous for. The Ahu Nau stones at Anakena are a set of 7 such statues located right by the beach. I would have said overlooking, but they actually face inland. It is rare for any of these moai to have been set facing out to sea. The beach at Anakena is composed of white coral sand and is one of only 2 sandy beaches on Easter Island. This Pacific beach is fringed with palm trees and is almost as deep as it is wide. There are plenty of facilities at Anakena. These include a car park, changing rooms, toilets, and a picnic are amongst the palm trees. Just remember to keep an ear open for the sound of falling coconuts. Number 5, The Baths, British Virgin Islands. Gigantic boulders and beaches caressed by the warm waters of the Caribbean Sea combine to make this an idyllic setting in what has to be a top tourist destination. We are describing the stunning beach frontage of the fabulous area known as the Baths, on Virgin Gorda, the third largest of the British Virgin Islands in the Caribbean. We forgot to mention caves and caverns, which add to the mystical intrigue of this tropical paradise. This protected area extends to the famous Devil's Bay, which is only accessible from the baths using a labyrinth of walkways and ladders following narrow gaps between the rocks. Beachcombers of the more adventurous persuasion can opt to follow a well-defined path that snakes along a series of steps with handrails, and eventually leads to Devil's Bay. It may not be far, but it takes time to negotiate. The Baths is a popular area ideal for snorkeling and swimming. Facilities include bathrooms and lockers, which help in creating a safe and enjoyable experience in this natural environment. Access to the beach is also possible from the sea by dinghy, with special mooring buoys available for securing boats offshore while the occupants enjoy various water-related pursuits. Number 4. El Nido, Philippines. El Nido is an unspoilt tropical paradise often referred to as the Philippines' last frontier. Situated towards the northern tip of Palawan Island, El Nido is much more than just a single beach. In fact, it comprises around 50 beaches set among a series of small islands, towering marble cliffs, lush tropical vegetation, ancient caves and enchanting lagoons. Located on the northeast shores of the El Nido region of the Palawan archipelago's mountain-lock island, Hidden Beach takes its name from the fact its soft pale sands are all but invisible to passing boats. The level arc of sand circles a shallow sea lagoon of extraordinary clarity, and is backed by a fusion of palms and rocks busy with birdsong. The only access to the beach is a quick swim, some of it over corals, adding to the feeling of arriving somewhere truly special. While growing in popularity, Hidden Beach's isolated location means it's rarely crowded, and those that do come tend to spend only around an hour here as part of a wider tour of the island's treasures despite the obvious beauty. Number 3. Whitehaven Beach, Australia. Known for its beautiful 7-kilometer stretch of white sand and crystal-clear turquoise waters, Whitehaven Beach is without doubt of Australia's finest. It is located on Whitsunday Island, part of a group of islands just off the tropical Queensland coast. Accessible only by boat, Whitehaven Beach is never busy but always stunning. Number 2. Matira Beach, French Polynesia. Bora Bora is a lush, tropical South Pacific atoll. It lies to the northwest of the bigger islands of Tahi and Tahiti, in French Polynesia. Encircled by sand-fringed islets, this paradisiacal island is protected from the swells of the greater ocean. A stunning turquoise lagoon holds center stage as a natural swimming area, within a magnificent coral reef to boot. It is little wonder that Bora Bora claims to be the world's most idyllic tropical island, far away in the ocean blue down South Pacific Way. When you step ashore on this island, you will soon discover Matira Beach, the island's most popular public stretch of sand by far. The beach is less than a mile in length, starting out from Hotel Matira in the north, and ending at Matira Point at the southernmost tip of Bora Bora. Nestling in the lush tropical vegetation beyond the beach, you will find a row of upmarket resorts and grand hotels for chilling out in style. The dazzling white sands of Matira Beach slope gradually to meet the gently lapping waves of the lagoon, where the water is shallow and warm. The lagoon floor is flat with nothing but sand underfoot, perhaps the occasional inquisitive marine inhabitant. This means Matira is particularly safe for young families, with the usual caveat of keeping a watchful eye over the young ones. When the tide is low, you can wade from Matira Point, across the shallows and even out to the barrier reef. And the beach that made it to the top spot. If you have enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hitting the subscribe button is free and will not cost you a single penny. Thank you. Number 1. Kradan, Thailand. Kradan is one of the Trang Islands, a group of around 40, large and small islands which form a major part of the Hat Chow Mai National Park. Of all these islands and islets, Kradan is perhaps the most beautiful and largely unspoilt. Despite only being a couple of hours south of Phuket and even closer to Koh Phi Phi, Koh Kradan is a world apart, sharing all the natural beauty but without the crowds and noise. The waters of the Andaman Sea which surround the island are relatively sheltered and shallow, which means they are always warm, i.e. ideal for swimming. On top of that, they are crystal clear, making for some excellent snorkeling in the protected waters. One thing to note though is the water is very shallow here at low tide, and you'll have to paddle quite a way before it's deep enough to swim properly. For those feeling particularly energetic, there is a popular kayak route around the island which can be completed in less than 3 hours, even at a leisurely pace. For those looking to just relax and soak up the sun and calm, Koh Kradan is perfect. There are numerous hammocks suspended between the palm trees that fringe the beach. The main beach at Koh Kradan is the aptly named east-facing Paradise Beach. However, there is another, equally appropriately named, beach on the other coast. Easily reachable by a short trail through the forest is Sunset Beach, where you can enjoy a peaceful view of the sun setting over the Andaman Sea. Getting to Koh Kradan involves taking one of the ubiquitous long-tailed boats, and these are available from several locations on the mainland or many of the other islands. If you are planning on staying on the island, there are several small resorts ranging from the upmarket but basic flashpacker-style accommodation up to luxury beach bungalows. So, do you think the lists of top 10 best beaches on Earth 2023 given by worldbeachguide.com are accurate? Or do you have other beautiful beach in mind that should be in the top 1 lists? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.